Good afternoon, everyone. It's about 1:15 Thursday afternoon, June 9th. Well, I wanted to send a video to everyone, just an introduction to the class. It's changed so much the last few years that I deleted the original introduction video and thought I would replace it with a new one. As you know, 6305, EPSY, Qualitative Data Analysis. A couple things I just wanted to talk about. I sent a syllabus a few days ago. If you didn't receive a syllabus, please let me know and I'll send you one right away. So you should have that. The second thing I wanted to talk about was the data set that we use for this class. Now, you do have another option. If you have a data set of your own, something that you've collected that is qualitative in nature, and this is a really important part, it has to be qualitative, you're certainly welcome to use it for this class. If you do not have a data set, there is one here that's provided for you. And you go on to the link in Blackboard under Qualitative Report, and you'll find a series of links that go to AAUP Committee A reports. Let me tell you a little bit about what that means. AAUP, the American Association of University Professors, it's the largest academic organization in the United States. It has active chapters in most colleges and universities. We have one here at Texas Tech that meets monthly. Committee A reports are committee reports having to do with alleged violations of due process and in particular academic freedom and tenure. What will happen oftentimes is an institution will make a decision that someone finds problematic, objectionable. They will then take that to the AAUP. In some cases, the AAUP then will launch an investigation in which they send members of Committee A to the institution. They will interview people involved, all people involved from all sides, and then issue a report. And those reports are publicly available. They're usually as appendices in the AAUP magazine that comes out every other month. They're also available online at their website, which are the links that you have. No matter what area you're in, whether you plan on making a career in academia, administration, private practice, I think any of you will find these reports to be very enlightening and very informative. They give a really insightful view of what goes on behind the scenes oftentimes, not just in academia, but in organizations. Organizations sometimes do not act in the best interests of their individuals, and many of these are cases such as that. Some of them can be quite complex, some seem on the face of it very simple. At any rate, it is an excellent understanding of how organizations behave. It's also excellent for you to develop an understanding of tenure, academic freedom, due process, and due process in particular is going to be relevant to any of you. So no matter what your area, I think you will find something informative, something to be learned from these examples. But that's your data set. For this week, all you need to do is look at the initial readings. They're kind of descriptive in nature. Introduce yourself on Blackboard. And go ahead and download the Provalis program. I sent you instructions yesterday on how to do that. If you didn't receive those instructions, if you just enrolled late to the class, let me know. I'll be sure to send those to you. Follow the instructions. They're very clear. Now, you do not have to use Provalis Data Miner. I find, though, it is probably one of the best products available. The version we're using is a free version. It's called QDA Lite, Data Miner Lite. It's a simplified version, but it's free, and we like that. But it's more than sufficient to do just about anything we do here in the College of Education, or many of you will do with your research or dissertations. It's a very user-friendly program. The last week I've been going through and writing down step-by-step directions. It does have directions within it. If you go, once you open it up, go to Help you'll find a glossary or a table of contents which tells you how to set it up, how to import data, how to code data. But I've tried to expand on that step by step to make it really explicitly clear. And on Monday of next week, I'll send you the steps for how to open up your project and how to import data. And it really is very simple. I've used, over the course of my career, probably 3 or 4 other programs, and so far I found this one. Pardon me. Never had allergies until I lived in West Texas. So far I've found this program to be just about the simplest and most user-friendly, and more than sufficient for anything most of us will do. In terms of communication, you have 2 options. I know some of you are work during the day, and some of you have very little freedom with your time. Perfectly understandable. So I've tried to include 2 different options for participation. One option is you can participate in weekly discussions. Those are online, synchronous, in Blackboard. And you'll find pages for weeks 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And purely what you'll do there is reflect on the week's readings, comments, observations you have. Your other option is to participate in once-a-week online meetings that will take place through, I think we call it now Skype through Business. Used to call it Link, now it's Skype through Business, I think we call it. It's free for you to download. Very simple. And I will send out, probably tomorrow, invites for next week. I have 3 different invites you'll receive. One for Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and they're each at 3 different times. And if you want to do that option, you only need to participate in one of those. And what we will probably do with that time is use it to answer questions you might have. We'll probably have questions, need answers, look for help, guidance, and we can use that time largely for that sort of thing. You can vary from week to week. If you decide you want to use the live online discussions, you want to participate in Monday one week, Friday the next because it's convenient. Whatever works. I'll be here at all 3 of those times. You only need to be here for one. And you only need to participate in one or the other, either online discussion or live online meetings. And you only need to do one or the other each week. So you have a lot of freedom. In terms of other communication, I'm typically here 5 days a week. I'm not here the full days. But I'm pretty easy to reach. On the first page of the syllabus, you'll find my office number, my office email, and also I'm located here in 375 here in the College of Education. If you want to make an appointment, just call. You don't have to just come in during office hours. I'm pretty much here 5 days a week, so if the office hours aren't convenient, I can almost certainly meet you at another time. If you do decide to come over, even if it's during office hours, please call. I'm on a lot of dissertation committees, and I'm also on several college university committees. A couple of those continue to meet over the summers, so there might be schedule conflicts, and I might not necessarily be here during those times, so call first. I'm really not that formal, so if you're in the building and you have a question, just come on upstairs. If the door is open, by all means, come on in. In terms of email, I'd recommend you use my office email, lee.doomer@ttu.edu, rather than try to communicate with me through Blackboard. Blackboard has gotten a lot better. The new version, I think we're in Blackboard 9, has been pretty reliable. But there are still occasional outages and problems. And also getting to Blackboard usually requires several steps where my office email, right here on my desktop, I can access it very easily through my smartphone. So it's a lot easier to reach me through my office email, if email is your choice. And as I said, Blackboard is much better. It's much more reliable than it is in the past, but it still can be problematic. And if it goes down, then we lose any way of communicating through Blackboard. I recall several years ago, I think 3 years ago, during second summer session, Blackboard went down for a week, which is almost 1/4 of a summer session, and that's a lot of time to lose. Also, in terms of assignments, if you want to send me a draft, I'll be glad to look at it. If you do so, don't send it through Blackboard again. Send it to my office email as a Microsoft Word attachment. As I said, Blackboard's working much better than ever, but it still has its quirks, and I try not to rely on it if I don't have to, just in case, because if you submit an assignment or send me in something through Blackboard and Blackboard goes down, I'll have no way of getting it until it works again. And our email is much, much more reliable. So I think that covers just about everything I wanted to talk about right now. Certainly, if you have questions, feel free to contact me. I'm pretty easy to get in touch with. And as we go through, I'll try and post these some of these updates every week. And if any of you have a question, I'll be glad to answer it individually, but I also may mention it. I won't mention your name, but I may also mention it in the videos, because it's logical that if one of you has a question, others may too. So I'll try and use these videos, and if you'd like, more than once a week, just to update you on things, try and answer general questions you have, and guide you along in the process. So most importantly, keep in mind, if you have questions, anything's unclear, please ask me. I'm here to help. That's my job. So don't be shy about contacting me. Look forward to the semester and looking at your papers. As I said, I'm here typically every day. Weekends, I typically don't check my email. Kind of like to have my weekends with my family, and I'm sure you do too. And that's why the discussion posts end on Fridays. I like to be able to give everyone their weekends. So, you know where to reach me if you have any questions. Looking forward to the semester, and I will talk with you again soon. I'll probably have a video and some instructions on setting up your data set for you on Monday. Have a good rest of the week, everyone. Bye.